welcome, sir. Olamuyiwa was listening shortly before COVID happened for all of us. I performed it for the first time um, in Unilag during one of my project concerts. I love my culture. I wrote Olamuyiwa because I saw the need to remind our people, our race, of how special we are, of what makes us unique, of our cultural heritage and pride, of how unique Yoruba is in the entire world. I felt we need to do this because as a cultural brand, I realized that yes, our people are beginning to realign, if I would put it that way, with our culture, especially ever since His Imperial Majesty and your people, you know, uh, became king, and a lot of youth fell in love with him, and he made it a paramount assignment to uh, seek to project, to encourage people to appreciate and embrace the Yoruba culture, the sons and daughters of Yoruba all over the world and all over the Yoruba culture. So I was inspired by seeing all of that and looking at countries like Trinidad and Tobago, Brazil, Cuba, Argentina, Jamaica, Barbados, um, and so on and so forth, even here in Africa, Benin Republic, and all over the place. It gives me so much joy and pride that these people, numbering over 105 million all over the world, are descendants of Yoruba race. So I strongly believe that those of us here should be reminded of this special and unique Yoruba community. Yes. The meeting of the video took place during the last annual festival that took place in Lagos. I took the opportunity to make my certificate down during the festival and took some very beautiful, unusual, and shots. And then they also shot in some little parts of the ground itself in Lagos. That is the Admiral Hub, Admiral still celebrating our culture. I'm putting on topics on Admiral because I also get to know about this recently that Anadali was female because apparently they were never celebrated, which is the reason why when I'm introduced as the first female person, I say no, I'm the first celebrated female person on world stage. It was during this festival, thanks to our father's Imperial Majesty and people, that I got to know that Anna Valley was a female. So I'm a bit surprised. Some still of course feel that we couldn't really present the sex of Anna Valley to be male, to be female, which is actually the case in the spiritual world. But it was more or less confirmed that she was a female. This also explains the woman of old that I used to see in my dreams when I took photographs. Because I told my mom and I told her to see a lot of times. When I started seeing the passenger and I was definitely patient on this woman of old. Because the person was definitely not in this place. So I I told my mom now, I'm seeing somebody. I think what she was telling me and things were doing in the room and oh my mom said, oh, that's your great grandma because your niece or language to the Allah for the world that was Akiba. Now, it surprised me so much that the very place that Anagami stayed last in Egypt, that's Akiba. This is a area. So more or less, um, I was actually being impacted as Anagami reincarnated. And that's why I was able to, take the drum and make a success of it. Even without knowing the social background, I always felt the need and the push in my subconsciousness that the drum I carry is not just for entertainment, it's to is a platform to send a message to the world. It's not about just about music. Of course, it was fun to meet of communicators before it became a musical instrument. Um, during this last Aralola festival, it was fantastic. But definitely, God and my ancestors, because they and saved me from this way that I feel today. My mom was not surprised. I started drumming around with 5. My mom was not surprised that I took up the drum because I was a very unusual child. Very unusual. Lots of unusual things happened during my pregnancy as she told me. And after she gave that to me, and picking up the drum, traditional drum. The second drum came when I was in, I think, primary 5. I went to my great grandfather's palace in Ondo, and there is this old man that played the rally. Everybody was very many years ago. So I I coming up for it when they are told me because we were living in Warri then. So we are drinking to good time. And I found the place to the old man. I want to carry your drum. So the man gave it to me, and I keep it. That sound never left me. The sound of the rally never left me. So when they are around the school, and I was told to play different instruments and everything. One day I just like a deja vu, like this has happened for me because I just couldn't see it. So I said to my dead manager, like this drum that you use as your brother is what I want to play. And that's like it. So my mom was not surprised. Was not surprised. So my mom said, yeah, I have something to play. It's something that you're free. I haven't fire it with them and see it and bless and go. My nephew, my younger brother, Okunla Olamuyiwa, again, Olamuyiwa, also plays, and my nephews are interested, in drum in the UK, in the US, Nigeria. They are very much interested in not just the talking drum, but other drums as well. So that is comic science. Um, I grew up in so I was in an farming school. I was the head of the popular school, drumming. So over time, when my dad was transferred from Warri, my dad was the first senior manager of GBA in branch in Denver University. So he was transferred to Warri, I mean, from Warri to Akure to head the GBA branch in Akure. So I attended to Akure Grammar School. I had a school mother. Her name was Yaga Akiko. She passed on um, when I was in school. She was the head of the Lakasco family, a musical group. One day I followed her to the Rehoboth and the Ghana didn't come. So I told her I could do this. And I started. So I went to another school. From then, I started playing in the chapel. Everybody knew me. I was a Sunday, everybody knew me in my place. Playing the drums. I went into competitions and everything. I was one of the boys. So from there, I took here in 1987 and I almost died. My dad could not go to work. Nobody knew what was wrong. I was in hospital. I was discharged. Told them to. They asked me to take my parents. I left for a living because the doctor didn't know what was wrong. So they carried me from one place to the other. There was nowhere my parents could take me to. Until one day, so they said that I'm on my friend here, below their money, and stuff like that. Until one day, I don't know where my parents were. I don't know what they told me. So they came to my room. What do you want? So you don't go. And that's what it is. know, you always wanted to sing, to be like Michael Jackson, to do this. Before then, they had taught me everything I said. I want you to write, but school wasn't well. So my dad said, okay, on this one, my dad said, you promise me that you won't go. I promise to make it back. As long as you don't leave me. Because I was my dad, you know, he was my best friend. You know, and I said, okay, I want to do it back. You know, the following day, you know, that couldn't get off my bed for you. I started eating. And in that year, 1978, my dad made sure that I was in ASIC in Accra, where I was interviewed on Paris home. My cousin, who is also his man, was a Catholic, was a member of the choir. So they organized the choir, Catholic, the choir church to back me up. And I remember the first song the two songs I sang in that interview, you know, oh, baby, yeah, yeah, then I was interested, just like just when you find out where to start. So it was a wonderful and from then everybody, meanwhile before then I was even maybe still in debates and stuff and all of that. So with that one on the ASLC talent program, it just grew me. Then I started a song from the release of Mandela. That was my first release. Freedom to Mandela. Um, in the 80s, well, I recorded that. It was played on the radio. I used the soundtrack of I used one Chaka Chaka. Inside the you know. So um, then by the time I left secondary school, I had met a friend of mine who happened to be my husband, who was very close to uh, the person who later became the head of my management team. And I had gone to him that, oh, I want to sing. But they said, oh, we don't have, they're not ready now and all of that. So I took myself to Sony Music, where I met Mr. Chris Orange. He was there I also met Lagaga. They were on Avenue Music at the time. I just followed them around. I didn't really know. Well, I just recorded some my demo and I did it there. I was a very young girl. I think I'm an 96. I also worked then I started getting close to the remedy. That was how I got close to the remedy in particular. Um, the three of them, Eddie, but I was closer to Eddie. I had a good trust on Eddie there. Um, then I also moved close to um, my elder brother came over from the UK. Then I think they have something at there's this place that Uncle Mike the taking used to manage. Yes. So I my elder brother and everyone of us went there. It was a huge one for me because I got people there on new day, Daddy Sophie, Daddy Fresh and everybody Tete and you I still have that small book where I took all of their autographs. I still have that book. People still have it. So and then I went to selection, but I couldn't go in. The smoke was too much for me that day, so I came back. But I was outside listening to his music. This is one of my regrets that I never saw him live. I don't know why I never went in, you know. But today, again, 2060 is a big brother. Uh, so I mean, over the years, I did everything I could. Then I got onto my summer research results, where they saw my potential, worked on me, got out the best review, took me around the world. And in 2007, my contract expired. I left. I have not looked back. Here we are today. You know, we did the early. So doing this since 1987, over 60 years. My passion, my passion, because I see it as a calling. I see that there's a need, there's a reason why I was given this talent. There's a reason. I don't see it as a career, just a career. And I see it as a platform of something bigger, like an assignment given on something. I think I know it already. really careful because I don't want to, um, it's truth to God and man first. But I know it's not just about the blind, it's beyond the blind. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Seriously working on it. Rediscovering myself with the discovery I made last month when the Bengali festival that really helped me a lot. When that story was told to me, I cried. I don't know why. I just started crying. I kept asking myself, was somebody still chances that we were, having that discussion and I said, do you know uh, this? And I'm like, no. Then since every suddenly he called me and said, have you seen that? He tell you something. You didn't know the reason why you came to me. It was the throne that pulled you because value was very painful at the Gola. And you were telling me, you. So, because I never knew the onion before, it was in a dream that I had a message. And he said, I stopped. I never knew him, never knew anything about him, never heard of him. And that was why I went to Lagos. And he welcomed me, treated me as a daughter, made me corporate ambassador. So, of course, I left, uh, come back to Lagos because I stayed in Lagos for about a year plus. Yeah, I did. I moved my kid and everything back to Lagos while I was full time working there. But I had to move back for 1 or 2 reasons there. So, but now I'm fully back but not living in Lagos. Yeah. What do I? Oh, for me. Oh, yeah. We shot another video titled Officer talking about the truth. What is your truth? My truth. We all are searching for the truth. We don't really know what the truth is. So that's what the people is talking about. Searching, looking. We all need a soul. We all want to know you. So search for your truth, know your truth. We'll release that video very soon. Of course, um, contact um, our project, our YouTube channel, where I basically will talk about, apart from my makeup videos, issues as it affects us as a people as we evaluate. My own opinion now, my own opinion, I see it, especially so that other people can learn, the younger generation, because I see them, the, millennials, the generation, I see them doing a lot. They want to identify with their culture. I see them doing a lot of our traditional practice, making a lot out of it. They're asking questions. They want to know. And it makes me happy. The reason I came about I love my culture just really because of them. Take it around in front of me. Let them ask questions. As I get knowledge from God, from my father, here on earth, so, impact them, through music and everything. So they ask questions, they want to know. Our culture is not demonic. It is who we are, it's our DNA, we can't run away from it. Just like in US, what's happening politically in the country right now. A lot of people are agitating for one thing or the other. But I guess if you go in that direction, I'll talk about it. But basically, my YouTube, our IG, my contact, more videos, collaboration with the younger artists, because I need them. I use the platform to help me promote and project our culture. What I do is not mainstream. What I do is not mainstream. So I look forward to working with the mainstream artists. And I would implore them not to see it as doing it for me, but doing it for the environment, and I would really appreciate it and prosperity will never forget us. But challenge. I don't see it as a challenge. I see it as the music industry evolving and improving. And I say a big thank you to them. But thanks to them, may be doing it for themselves, but they're also doing it for us. You understand? So I say thank you to them and I say to this, but it's not a challenge. The females, the females who are taking up running after me, they all look up to me. I owe it to them to do things for them. This is why I'm putting in a lot of things. I work with them, I talk to them, I counsel them, and all of that. And we have fantastic children. We have 2-year-olds, we have 4-year-olds, and all of that. It's just really beautiful. So it means that they are embracing our culture more and more. But it's good. How did I get from PDHD? My big break came, my big break came, is really which one? Should I say the one with Rwanda or the one with Reckless Song or performing before the Majesty King of England or what is one? They, those were my big breaks. Nothing but wrong. And I'm totally and eternally grateful for the platform that gives me that big break. With your first. My advice to this friend behind me is to make sure that they love and are passionate about music, not just the money. But the money doesn't come in from it entails a lot of hard work. And one of the things that I see wrong with today's generation is they want to make money like overnight. So it's a huge process. Even the world was not created in a day. God has the power to create the world in a second, in a split second for the 6 days and rested on the 7th day. So if God has created you, did not do everything all at once and you have the power, you know there's a way to go. That's why you plan something, it takes time to go. So we need to be patient, we need to be disciplined, we need to be determined because whenever you set your mind to do anything, challenges will come. Those challenges should not be discouraging to you. You should see them as like the ladder, the stepping stone. As a matter of fact, when challenges come, be happy, it means you're doing something right and it means you're going to get to the top. So that's my advice to them. I look forward to I look forward to I look forward to I always do something. I think the way I look forward to is the way I'm scared about. Yes. Yes. So because I've come down marriage together. Yes, I have. Um, but I got disappointed at some point. Of course, when I first married, then I got disappointed also. I felt coming down people. And I felt to say this, we do respect our men, but men love the fantasy of dating with celebrity, but we do not have what it takes to hold the relationship down. It takes a lot to marry a celebrity, a strong woman, a woman of destiny. It takes a lot. So when you see someone on TV and you say them to people or and then you oh my god, fine boy, first first. And then you go after her. Now this works for both male and female. You go after the person. But and then when you eventually won the heart of the person, you now want to change them to fit you. It's not possible. There will be conflict. Now, I'm not talking about people who are not disciplined. I'm a very disciplined person. I'm not talking about because we are not all the same. So I'm talking about women in my category who are disciplined, who are focused and determined, who know what they want out of life, who have the calling in whatever field, be it banking, be it health, be it, you understand. But it's just that entertainment is projected because everybody, well, I mean, we are in the face of people. So it's a major problem. And I also feel because of major problem, I believe that in God's own time, I will see the right person and I will know. But for now, I'm not dating anybody. I'm not engaged to anybody. I'm not seeing anybody. And I'm patiently working. But I look forward to getting married again. No. Well, when they know what is going on. So spiritually, I believe that I I don't joke with my relationship with God, but because of what I do, I also know that as Olamuyiwa, I know that my ancestors lost to giving their due, and I don't go to that. Before Christianity and Islam came, so we had our religion. Every faith, every tribe, every race had a religion before Islam and Christianity. I was born into a Muslim home, but I practiced Christianity because my dad was very liberal, and so none of us was forced to go to UK or that, stuff like that. But when I picked up the drum and I started getting to education, I realized that there was more to what I was doing than just for the talking job. So I had to do what I had to do for my ancestors, who are my guardian angels. That's the way I see them. And that's the way a lot of us who are into our culture see them. In the other days in here, the other days in Cuba, and everywhere, our ancestors are our guardian angels. I have plenty. Oh no, they're not really that expensive. Yeah, but just I do the customized one. They make it for me. Now that I have daughters who do really younger teenagers, they also make drum. So sometimes most of it now is gift. They give it to me, they make some give it to me. And then I give them jobs, maybe somebody needs them that I tell them I'm not doing or I'm not sure somebody needs this and this go and do it. And then they give me yawa, one is Shima, Egba. No, I don't. I wish I had it. I think I gave it to. I presented it to someone. If I knew what I know now, I wouldn't have done that. I would have kept it. Yeah. Oh yes, quite a lot. Quite. Um. Well, I used to think it was pressure. I used to think it was pressure. When you are performing and I'm in the rain, my head is in the sky. But I was told that is asking me for something, and it's do it. So, okay, okay, okay. No, yeah, I don't think so. Because when I picked up this phone, I didn't put it in their face. As Omo Yoruba, Koko, I made sure that I paid it to them. So they never stopped me, and they encouraged me, they prayed for me. So I don't have fear at all. I've not been given this patient. Yes. Yeah.
So very, very excited now.
Yeah.
You have one major range.
I have four at home at every point in time.
You see them names for just that. So that you have a particular name for
No, no, I don't do it. I don't do it. I just told them in Kara. It is an actual fact I was told that that's the first name the talking drum was called in Kara. I was told that by a professor of Yoruba, yes.
have you had any probably dramatic experience where maybe you're going to perform, suddenly your friend has an issue and have you there already?
No, because I always pay homage before I go on stage.
You always
Pay homage before I go on stage. Woman to back, to God, and to Anyabali.
hmm. And when you start doing that, and you have to do, how will you know if
And if it is, it's either pressure or, like they say, one was done. It's important for to for anyone who understands the depth. You can't go to church and not pray to God. You can't go to mosque and not do your ablution and then do your prayers. So for me as an Anya, I must pay homage to Lady Mary and to Anya Gali.
The religion that is seen as ancestor.
God
Yeah.
alone. Yeah.
And then they also take their ancestors.
Yes.
I don't know if you talked about this, but
Okay.
you recently left your mom.
Yes.
So what are what
I miss everything about her. Don't make me start crying. I miss everything about my mom because my mom was my husband, was my best friend, was my everything, and she would call me from time to time. In fact, she was trying to matchmake me with a lot of people, do this. So my
what
work
does she
with
call you?
Sherry,
So
that's my Muslim name. So when I hear anybody call me Sherry, I know okay, I want to learn. So she looked out for me a lot. She was my best friend. We did fight a lot, so we did. And there's so many things I took for granted now that she's gone. Because sometimes when I'm busy, because when I go out, even at my age, she'll call me, Shotidele, Sheko Singokon. I'll be like, Mommy, at my age, hello rest now, hello so me ole soon, I can't sleep. I need to know you are home and safe. So for some, even till now, when my phone rings at a particular time of the night, I'm like, Mommy, because she's the one that will call me at that time. And then I miss us sharing ideas, dreams. She's Joseph Alala, I'm Joseph Alala. So when she will call me, Mulala, Momo Bia, we not really, you know. Then now I call her mommy Mulala, Momo Bia, not real. I should say, real. But she called me mom as she grew older, you know. She used to call me and say, because I went through a lot. I went through a lot in the last few years. At some point, I lost everything. When I say everything, I mean everything. Uh, so she would call me and say, Oku Temora, Oshiokomi, thanks for not giving up. So she would call me, everybody around me knew. If I go on a tour or a concert, she has the phone number of about 4 of my band members. If I'm not picking up my phone, she's calling them. Is she okay? Then she had a fear for my former management that they were going to assassinate me or something. So that really scared her a lot for years and stuff like that. Then we overcame that. Then, life issues, but I miss everything. Don't joke with your mom. Oh. Let her call you 1 million times because one day that call will stop and you will miss those calls. You know.
When
Yeah.
you are going through all the trauma that
Mm.
you said you passed through,
Yeah.
what's going through your mind? How were you able to scale through?
First, when it started happening to me, I said to myself, one thing I know about me is I'm not a perfect human being, just like nobody's perfect. So I look at okay, Ibo ni mo ti kọsẹ̀? Kí ni mo ṣe?
Can we look at some of the challenges?
That's what I'm. So I I encourage myself. First is that there are a lot, but like they say, bí ògo ṣe tó lógún ṣe tó. There are a lot. Bí ògo ṣe tó lógún. There was a time I didn't have a roof over my head, and nobody knew. I was living in a one-room hotel that somebody gave me because I couldn't even pay. But you know what? I was still doing free shows for people. I was still reaching out to people. I was still doing things. People would still call me. They didn't know what I was going through. I sold all my cars because at some point, my son, I said, yeah, it's got to have. My dad gave me, you know, my dad was an educationist. So there was a time I couldn't pay my son's school fees. I sold my Hummer Jeep. So rather than prostitute myself, I told my son I would never raise you with the money I use my body to get. Because I would never use my body to get money. I have never had to do that. Because I believe in what I carry, what God has given me. If I'm with somebody, it's because I like them. It's never because I want to give my body. The moment I start thinking in that direction, I believe God will take what He has given me. So I sold 3 of my cars to get, in fact, 4 to get out of the situation one by one. But you know what? I got to a stage, I said to myself, God, there's a reason why you did this. I was going too fast. I was not wise. He needed to, like somebody will say, Ọlọ́run fa handbrake ayé ẹni. Tí ò bá fà, ó lè jì sí kòtò. So don't see it as an experience that God wants you to study things around you. It's like on the highway, you will encounter bumps, potholes, and all of that. So I went through all of that, and there was a day I got tired. Really, I got tired. I said to myself, Because some people don't know what you're going through, and then they will say one or two things to you that will just make you break down. So it was a day I broke down, and I said, in fact, I had picked out my paper. I was going to write two people to help me take care of my child. Honestly speaking, I was that tired. I was mentally, emotionally, and everything tired. So,
What
but
year? What year was it?
just 3 years ago, just 3 years ago. So I said to myself, but at that point, my son walked in. I was crying. I was writing that letter. I wanted to give up. I just wanted to go. Then my son walked in. Said, "Mommy, what's wrong? Why are you crying?"
How old was he then?
My son is 14 now.
Now, so that was
Yes, he was 11. Just three. I'm talking about just 3 years ago. Yes. You know, everything just went down.
your son said,
"Mommy, what are you doing?" That was when, that's why I pity people who commit suicide. If only there's somebody around at that last minute who could speak to their emotions, who could, they won't do it. Because at that moment you have crossed over. You're not thinking like a rational human being anymore. Not anymore. Depression is real because I was depressed. So my mom, so I told my son, "Oh, son, I'm sorry." He started crying. He helped me. We started crying together. And he said, "Mommy, don't worry. You'll be okay. I understand. I know. Mommy, please don't leave me alone." I'll cry. It was very emotional, So he called my mom and said, "My mom is crying. Can you talk to her?" And my mom said, "Kilo day," but more or less like she knew what I was going through. I was reaching out to people. I was sending DM to people, like looking for a lifeline, but nobody responded. All the celebrities, friends, people that I thought, some people that had even been there for, nobody responded. So, and but I wasn't begging. Even at that point, I wasn't begging. I was still trying to see how I could still do something, but in a dignified way, without being a beggar. So they probably didn't understand the depth of what I was going through. So at the end of the day, I thank God. I retraced my steps. Just like I said, I was having visitations, spiritual visitations that I did not understand. And I was running away from these things. Until they told me, this is your path, follow it. Don't joke with God and follow your path. You have a calling. And I thank God, for my late mom, for my siblings who all stood by me at the end of the day, and for those rare people that God used, to make me come back to me. I thank all of them. May God bless them.
so looking at your story, what has life taught you? Looking at your journey, where you started from,
Mm.
and what you passed through, and then where you are at the moment. What has life taught you?
Life has taught me a lot of things. But one thing life has taught me is that time is an illusion. Time is an illusion. I don't know how to. That's the best way I can put it. It's an illusion. Illusion is something that's, yeah, that's time. Before you know it, like 20 years ago, la shekini, what have been planning on it now? So to me, life has taught me that, like I told my son, if I leave you $1 billion today, only it. But you see what will keep you in this life's journey, what will protect you, what will make way for you, is the way I treat other human beings. The seed I sow in them. Ntí n bá ṣe. Ibi tó bá dé, they would say, ọmọ ara ni, ìyá ẹ̀ ló ṣe báyìí fún mi lọ́jọ́ sí. Wọ́n á ṣàánú fún ẹ ń bẹ̀. It's not the money I'll leave you. Even that money I leave you, they might kill you because of it. But you see, iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ mi, ìwà mi. So I make sure that I take him to orphanages. I take him to beggars' village. We do charity a lot. I teach him the facts of life. And I let him know that one day I will be no more. But I pray I grow old. I see your children. So one day I'll be no more. You will not see me. One day you two will be no more. So in whatever you do, you're a very fine boy. Don't break hearts like they broke your mom's heart. You know, there was a time I had the heartbreak, and I was crying, and he knew that it was because a guy broke my heart. Last, everybody got chopped breakfast. No, I've had like how many breakfasts? So I say, you see
We're
what?
still going to talk about your love life.
Okay, so I say, you see what I'm going through now? Please don't let any girl go through this. I begged him. So you see the way it's like my heart wants to fall down. Please, don't let any girl go through this. Don't promise them anything. Don't make promises. And I let him know that females are very powerful spiritually. I let him realize that and I pray for him all the time. You know, so life is, don't be too hard on yourself. We came with nothing. We will go with nothing. Make sure that you help as many people as possible. Make sure that you feed. When they say I'm hungry, it doesn't matter if they're going to smoke, whatever. Anioni is what they said to you. God has accepted it. Feed people, clothe people. There are so many hungry people out there. God does not joke with it. Oh. What I went through taught me that God remembered me. No, God remembered me. And I know it was because of those good deeds. Yes. God remembered me. And I thank God all the time.
So let's talk about your love life.
What's up? Nothing is up. I definitely will get married again. I know I will. I think God also needed me to discover me, so that I'm at that level in my life where now I know what I want. You know, and I know that being submissive to a man means different things, right? But even the Bible says it, that love your wife. Wives, be submissive. So it means there's a condition. When you love a woman, when you do what you were supposed to do, the woman will naturally be submissive to you. I pray that he comes. Like I said, I have toasters. I have admirers. I talk to them, but I'm not into anybody. I'm not involved with anybody. I've not been involved with anybody for some time. So.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.